Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. It's stormy out, isn't it?
It sure is. We are filming this on the big storm.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
This is big storm like 3, 4?
Yeah, right.
I don't even know. Okay, at the board meeting last night, we did have a storm update for today and tomorrow from Emergency Management Coordinator Dave Franzuto. Dave has been really good at keeping us posted on storm things, both before and after. So we talked about that a bit. It's supposed to be a long duration storm today and tomorrow. I don't know. That's a term they've been using in the emergency management world. We also have an announcement that's going to be coming on every meeting until town meeting, which is town meeting starts Tuesday, April 2nd. Nantucket High School Auditorium starts at 6 o'clock, and the annual town election is on Tuesday, April 9th. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the high school again. Okay, we also accepted a couple of gifts. Thank you very much from Andre Spears and Ann Rosen for a gift for our Island Home Gift Fund program, for an art program. And thank you very much to the Land Bank and the Conservation Foundation. They gave $6,600 each for to help defray the cost of new GIS aerial photos for our GIS system. We heard from the Human Services Contract Review Committee regarding the recommendations for Health and Human Services contracts for the next fiscal year. They had been before the board on February 6th. The board asked them to modify their recommendations a bit and come back, which they did. There's some discussion about that. We had a public hearing on, there are 2 articles in the warrant regarding expanding the town sewer district, 1 article for town sewer district and 1 article for Sconset sewer district. And there's a public hearing requirement in our Sewer Act. So the board held that. We had an update from the DPW director about brush cutting and mosquito control. We heard from the chief of police about the consolidation of the Marine Department into the police department. We heard from our natural resources coordinator, Jeff Carlson, about right now, natural resources has been broken out from the Marine Department, and they are a standalone department currently. He gave an update about that. The board made its appointment to a management advisory group that is required by a deed restriction to town-owned land on Pulpus Harbor, where Nantucket Community Sailing has its programs. They appointed Mr. Atherton to its work group, and there are several other people on the work group. And the board reviewed its preliminary thoughts about comments on town meeting warrant articles. The Finance Committee does motions to each article, and that's what's voted on typically, unless it's amended or somebody comes forward with a different motion. And then often the board provides written comments on the articles as well as the FinCom motion. So they were talking about what articles they might want to comment on, which they are going to finish up next week. Next week's board meeting, we are being asked, the board is being asked to adopt the special state primary election warrant for senator. This will be a statewide primary on April 30th, so the warrant for that needs to be adopted. Got a couple real estate items. We are going to hear from the school superintendent about some proposals regarding the teen center building at First Way. We're getting an update from DPW director on Consu Springs stormwater drainage. Boy, I saw Consu Springs this morning. It was almost overflowing into the road. I've never seen it like that, never. Maybe because the brush has been cut down, that you don't see it as much when it's high. I couldn't believe that. We have a couple of other town manager report items, and then the board is taking action on the warrant articles that I just mentioned. So that's what's going on. We're fast and furious with getting the motions done for the town meeting warrant. FinCom meets today, a couple days next week, and the board as well, and we need to finish everything up and then get it to our printer by next Thursday or Friday so that the warrant can then be printed and mailed to all voters or head of household voters, whoever we mail them to. It'll also be on the website, and it will be available here at the town building and other municipal locations. So be looking for that, and you can go and look at it on the website now. It just doesn't have the FinCom motions yet. So that is all being very actively worked on. Plus, there's just lots of other things going on. Of course, there always are other things going on, but now we're going to have storm stuff to deal with
More
today.
storms.
Finance offices at 37 Washington Street, I think I got a text just a few moments ago. They're going to close today, I think, because of flooding, and reopen tomorrow early afternoon.
What happens to that building when it floods?
They pick everything up and hope for the best, and then we'll have to get somebody in there to dry it out.
But that building, we're moving offices out of there, is that correct?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Oh.
A long-term option,
Okay.
not written in stone, would be, I mean, the original thought was to move the finance offices to 37 Washington Street, sell the Mooney Building, use the proceeds from the sale of the Mooney Building to renovate the 20 South Water Street building, and then move the finance and other offices back into 20 South Water, and then figure out what to do with 37 Washington. One idea for 37 Washington would be to remove the building and expand the parking lot. Or you could sell the building. You can't move it anywhere. It's not really movable. But none of this is decided. That's just an idea. But I think we're down the road a ways. So they're going to be there a little while at this point.
All right.
So, I forget if I mentioned last time, I have a new town manager website that has some more detailed information about certain town things. It's too big to fit on a web page of the town website, but you can link to it from the homepage of the town website, www.nantucket-ma.gov. And you'll see a town manager website link. I've got recently asked questions on there. I'm trying to get those up very regularly, as well as updates on current projects like the Phase 2B sewer rehab project, which you'll notice is going on around town right now. Municipal space needs, Hummock Pond Road bike path, that's going to start getting going again very shortly. There was a meeting earlier this week about that. Things like that. And if people have suggestions about items to post on there, I'd be really happy to hear them.
How was
That's
your
what's going
vacation,
on.
Libby?
Oh, Gino. Okay. Well, it was fine. I would never complain about going on vacation. It
And
was
where'd
great.
you go?
We went to Florida. I surprised the kids with a trip to Florida. And of course, the Disney attraction is there. So we got the cheapest possible pass to go to the different parks. We went to Disney Magic Kingdom twice and Hollywood Studios.
All right.
And then we went to that Disney Quest, that video arcade thing.
Yeah.
And
Gosh.
I would say I think the kids loved it. It started out really hot, nice and hot, 80s
Great.
for like 3 days, and then the temperature pretty much plummeted.
Yep.
And that didn't stop them from enjoying the pool. The pool's great. It's just the lines, the massive amount of waiting, and the
Wow.
expense of everything.
So it is. I was there as well.
Yes, and
And
you
it
were
is
spotted.
ridiculously expensive.
You were spotted by other Nantucket
Yes, I know.
individuals
Yes.
a couple of times.
You know, it's a small world, isn't it?
It is. A small world. That's funny.
That's
I know
where I
why you
saw
said
one.
that. That's where you saw
Yep.
someone. Boy, that Small World song sticks in your head, doesn't it? Thankfully, I had to endure the ride once. Charlie had to endure it once, but I'm still hearing that rather screeching.
Can you imagine working in there?
No,
You'd
you'd go
insane.
crazy after not even a day.
Right.
That must be why there was the control tower girl sits up in the top as you're going on the ride. She had sort of a deadpan.
She looked like one of the mannequins that
She looked like one
by.
of the dolls, yeah.
The dolls.
Boy, that was. I don't
It
know.
is still
Kids
a
love
great
it.
ride, though, and I do too. I mean,
Yeah, it's about 5 to 10 minutes too long.
it is about that. That's right. It's about 5 to 10 minutes.
It could be a tad shorter.
Sure could be.
This Pirates of the Caribbean, I thought was a bit too long, also.
But you know, that's the classic Disney ride. I mean, that
Yeah.
one is one of those things that you have to do because it's so classic.
Exactly. Space Mountain too. I
Ooh.
managed to drag my son onto Space Mountain, but he loved it.
Ooh.
I love that ride.
I do
It's
too.
great. Anyway, it was quite nice. But now, of course, and you as well, we need a vacation from the vacation. Just the way it is.
Don't we?
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Thank you very much. See you next time.